Hello, this is a video explaining the design inspiration and other aspects of my Benjamin Grove inspired Dragonfly, Sashiko and Shibori cushion. So first of all, I'll start with the inspiration behind it. Benjamin Grove, which is an adult learning centre in Benjamin Gateshead, recently celebrated its centenary, and their symbol is the dragonfly, and so I made this cushion as part of the celebrations of the centenary, and this is an original design by me. And the cushion itself is made from upcycled cotton fabric. Originally this was a completely different colour and was a curtain, and I took some of this curtain fabric and I dyed it specially to make a cushion cover, and I used shibori technique to do that. And then I put together this dragonfly inspired design, which is divided into 3 parts, and the stitching itself is done with a number of different materials, so I'll talk through those now. The dragonfly and the mist motif, dividing lines that divide the sections of the cushion, are using Sashiko thread from Japan, which is variegated, and the grid section in the centre is stitched using traditional English cotton embroidery floss in a light blue colour, so it's like blue on blue. And the cypress fence section here is stitched using white Japanese Sashiko cotton, and the asanoha hemp leaf section up here is stitched using a byproduct of my shibori techniques, which use binding of the cloth with cotton thread. The cotton thread ends up taking up the dye too, so it becomes dyed. Now, long ago I just used to discard the thread after I'd used it, and then I realised that I could actually use the thread itself. There was no need to waste it and throw it away, so I've used it here to do this section. And because the fabric was dyed with several different shades of purple and blue, the thread here itself it takes on a variegated quality, but it's subtler than the deliberately variegated Sashiko cotton thread. So the design itself is inspired by summer, because dragonflies make me think of summer. So I decided to go for the traditional Sashiko pattern here of higaki, which is the cypress fence, and the dragonflies are just basically, I drew these dragonflies. There are 3 dragonflies all together on the cushion. See that dragonfly there? Is a dragonfly, honest. And then you've got the asanoha, which is hemp leaf, traditional Sashiko pattern here, which is representative of leaves. So it's basically a garden in summer. You've got your fence, your dragonflies flying in the sky, and the leaves. So the reason behind this video is because this cushion is being auctioned on eBay to raise money for a cover stitch machine for the adult education sewing classes of learning skills in Gateshead. I attend a class at Benjamin Grove where I learn sewing and dressmaking, and we don't have a cover stitch machine, and we'd like to be able to buy one. So all the profits from the sale of this cushion will go towards buying a cover stitch machine and help people like myself learn useful skills so that we can learn to make things out of fabric, which is very empowering. I'm sure you'll agree it's a good cause. This cushion itself, with the fabric being dyed and all the hand stitching, Sashiko, took many hours. There's a lot of hours of skilled labour gone into this, so I can't let the cushion go for a cheap price. And as it's raising money for a charitable organisation, which the Benjamin Grove actually is, a charity, I'm sure you'll agree that it's worth paying for. So I'd also like to show you some other features of the cushion cover. If you take a look at the back here, then you'll see that it's got an opening so that you can put a different cushion insert if you want. This takes a 20-inch square or 50cm square cushion insert. The one that's in it currently I got from IKEA, so it's easy enough to get one in that size from IKEA, or anywhere else, or you might already have one if you wanted to put a different insert in it. I've used here some reinforcing tape, which is also upcycled, so the fabric for the cushion is upcycled, and some of the thread from the embroidery is upcycled, and now this tape is also upcycled. So this reinforcing tape will prevent wear when you're putting a pad in or taking the pad out, and that tape itself is a byproduct of the stock when it comes into a particular hardware store. That I have a friend that works there in the replenishment sector, and he was telling me that they get all this tape that there's tied up the sort of bales of goods as they come in. They just cut it off and throw it away, and he asked me whether I'd be interested in it, and I said, yeah, sure, I'll take it and see if I can do something useful with it. Because I don't like the idea of it going into landfill, and it did look useful. So yeah, that's I get it doesn't start blue. I thought we dyed it a bit. I think it's made out of polyester, that tape, but still it's better than it going in landfill. So, and that'll help basically reinforce the cushion. And here on the side is a Gecko Chivalry label. See there. Right, so that's the cushion. This video will get put in various places where I'll be able to cross-link it to the eBay auction, where you'll be able to bid on it. And thank you very much for your attention.